guys, how you doing today? Welcome to MarkTalk. I am your host, Mark Levy. If you're watching this live, happy Monday. If you're watching this Eastern time, happy 4 p.m. or happy afternoon or happy whatever time you're watching. It doesn't matter what time you're watching. What matters is that you're watching, and I say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I would say I got food in my beard, but that's okay. It's probably syrup. I don't know. There's syrup everywhere. That's what a weird way to start the show. Live shows, you have to love them. I want to say thank you to anyone that watched the adventure game yesterday. It was a great success. If you want to support this show, super easy ways to do that. Press like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, etc. If you want to help the show in a different way, you can do code-v.com/SmartLevy85. It helps the show. It helps bring everything. Every donation helps. I'm continuing with my tradition recently of talking to game hosts about their games. Got one that really I love these two people so much. Like I see them and I just start smiling. I'm looking at them backstage and I'm smiling. Literally one of them is laughing and smiling, and the other one's just smiling. But I am smiling. We're all smiling. This is whatever. Two people that I love that I've known for about like 8 months apiece. I'm going to bring in the creators of Word on the Street, Max and Trevor Sizzle. How are you guys?
Good.
Doing amazing.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
So Word on the Street is that Word on the Street's a really good game. Congratulations, you just did your 5th season. This past weekend. How'd that feel?
You go ahead, Max.
Oh, it feels really good. Like it feels amazing that we've gone to that point where we have done 5 seasons and we're able to do a redemption arc season and / returning season.
Yeah, it's like honestly surreal that like we made it to this point. Like there was like a time when we started this that we didn't know whether we'd make it past season 1 or season 2. And the fact that we've gotten to 5 seasons now is awesome. And we're really like excited for like everything that we have planned moving forward and stuff. So yeah.
And we have a lot of friends in the audience right now. Shelby says hi. Gabby says hi. And Sean Dayward also says hi. Yeah, no, I remember because both our games started around the same time, like towards the end of December. We were both cast at the same time, and I got so scared because like I love you guys so much. You guys are such good friends of mine. And then like I remember how much trouble it was for casting for the first season, but now you guys have a game out there and people like it, which is great.
Yeah, like it's because like at first like we were having like trouble kind of getting people to play because it was brand new and we admittedly didn't do the greatest job advertising it per se. But once we started getting ourselves out there and we started like actually talking to people about it, like they seemed like really interested to play. And like some of those people have played and have done really well. So it's like, it's awesome to see this growing. Like now I've got like a decent chunk of people that like are really interested in the game and that want to apply for the next newbie season. So it's exciting. But we're like really happy with the progress the game has gone on since it started, and we're just happy that we're at this point.
Good. Let's talk about what the game is. Like, so Word on the Street. Tell me about Word on the Street.
Go for it, Max.
So Word on the Street is a game where you want to use rumors to try to advance your own game. So at the start of each round, there'll be like a special competition which secretly awards 2 winners a rumor card that they can play on another player. What this means is you can, if, for example, I won the challenge and I got a rumor card, I could play it on Trevor and then he would start the current round with either more or less votes. So it's a game about strategically using those cards to get votes or even subtract votes from people to try to manipulate the votes.
Yeah. And like what for those that don't know what the rumor cards actually are, they're very, very funny. Like they're like it's done to be funny and silly, which is one of the things that I love about you guys as human beings. Like you don't like you take this game seriously because you created the game, but it's like it's not a serious game.
Yeah. And like Max does a lot of the work with the rumor cards and stuff. And like whenever, like before every season, like he sends me like a mock list of like the rumor cards. And like whenever like he sends me that, I always crack up because it's like it's always like humorous and it's always like in his own little style. And like whenever we put it out there in the game, like everybody loves it. So it's like it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's literally my favorite part of like of all the things that we work on the game is literally my favorite thing to work on.
That's great. I mean, I love it because I think like that's where Word on the Street really stands out from. I feel like every game like has at least something that makes it stand out differently from other games. And I think that like the rumor cards are a huge part, not like the plus or minus part, but like what they are. Like they're so funny and cute. And like I also like that you guys are like also say like these are supposed to be funny. It's not like, hey, Trevor's got a second head and it's coming out of his butt. But we knew that anyways. But
anyways.
But like I love that about the game. Like it's just like it's made for fun. Like people, I feel a lot of people forget these games are for fun, and that's something you guys have not forgotten about with the creation of this.
Yeah, and like when we created the game, like that's really the intent of it. Like it's like yeah, it's a game where like you have to like strategically place rumors and stuff to advance your spot. But it's also a game where like for at least like a good chunk of the round, it's all about like just having fun and like just like laughing along and all that stuff.
So if I'm not mistaken, because I remember that Trevor told me this. I know Max is a board game creator, which is fucking cool. Word on the Street was originally a board game, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. What's the difference between the board game version and the mini org version?
Well, it was kind of based on a different type of game I've made. Like the original game I made is a game I call Career Wars. So how that game kind of works is you have like your own characters and you have like your own like kind of company. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to get points off of getting characters fired from your opponent's companies. And a big part of the element is like using funny reasons to get those people fired, and then you get points based on how much the person who loses their character likes it. And that's where kind of Word on the Street came from. I used some of those cards. I used like the idea of using a humorous element of like creating like rumors or just using this kind of funny reasons to try to see if I could come up with a game with that. And then I talked to Trevor on a Zoom call and tossed around that idea with him, and that's how Word on the Street was born.
Yeah, and like when I was like I'll admit, like when I was first approached with the idea for Max, like at first I was like, do I really want to dive into like creating a game? Because like it's like creating a game is like a crazy adventure where like you don't know how it's going to turn out and you have to really hope that people like it enough to where they want to keep playing it and all that. So like that was like my initial thought. But then like once we started like really coming up with the twist ideas and the rumor cards and all that stuff, like that's when I was just like, okay, this can take off. This can be pretty good. Yeah. So like that's where I really fell in love with the game and stuff. So now we've been like tag teaming this for 5 seasons and don't plan on stopping for a while.
That's so great. And it's so cool like how I feel like I know you guys both do a lot behind the scenes, but it's like while watching the game, seeing Max be like the behind the scenes production person and Trevor being the host production person is just really, really freaking gnarly in a cool way. Like I like how you guys work together.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I know Max can touch a little bit on this, but like initially how it started is he was originally the host. That's how we did it for like the first 2 seasons. And okay. And then like around before the 3rd season, we felt that we needed to like switch it up. So I started hosting and then he became the behind the scenes person. And since then, like we've been like thriving and stuff. And I know that like Max, if you want to elaborate on this more, you can, but like I think this has been that's been like a good like thing for both of us. Like me as like the host, while it's weird for me, I can do it, and then Max likes doing the behind the scenes stuff with the rumors and all that.
Yeah, I just found it really worked better because the first 2 seasons I was feeling really overwhelmed with both hosting and like balancing the hosting and giving the rumor cards out and everything, and also like public speaking kind of does make me a little bit nervous, and like hosting, and sometimes I get a little self-conscious. So like I'm really happy we made that switch because I think it really works perfectly, because like I am more behind the scenes kind of person, and Trevor's a really good host. Really good at hosting.
I mean, you guys are both great people, so it's not too far out of left field. But I understand, like, it can be very overwhelming trying to do a lot while during a game.
Mm-hmm. And like going into like the game itself, like that overwhelming part was literally the first season in a nutshell. That was the most hot mess of a like game that on like production side of things that like I've like ever done. Because like we didn't know how, we weren't like very organized back then. That was like beginning of December, so it's like it feels like a while ago, but like we were very organized back then, and like since then we kind of like we're like pretty organized. Like we have like our own little queues and stuff that we have for each round and all that, and now like things are much better, and we're happy to still be doing this stuff.
That's good. That's the most important thing. Question: Since when I played the game, I never experienced this. When someone went to competition, Max, do you send them like, you're like, hey, do you want this rumor or that rumor, and like to say like how many points plus or minus it is, or
like I have all the rumors like pre-typed up in a Word document, including like how much they're worth and stuff. So I will copy the rumor from the Word document and then paste it to them in their Twitter chat, and then give it to them. Like I give them what the rumor is as well as how many votes are worth. And if that person wanted power, I'd message them after that with the power that they've received.
Okay, cool, nice. Yeah, like it's so fascinating, like because no one ever knows except so the person wins the rumor and plays the card on someone. Do they know how many votes have been added to that person or subtracted?
Yes, and they're also the only person who knows how many votes that person like received, and it's up to them to decide if they want to tell people or not.
Which that's pretty cool in my personal opinion, because like that's a strategy right there. Like if I won a rumor and like was like I'm gonna take 2 votes away from Max, then like Max knows that I'm looking out for him. Mm-hmm. But if I won a rumor and I'm putting 2 votes on Max, then Max is gonna want me gone. Unless I get him out first. No.
Yeah, like it's like that's what I like about the game too. It's like you can use rumors to get someone out. Like for example, in this past season, like there was like in the final 8, there's like this whole plan to get Hayes out, but then Jonathan had his own plan where he put a vote on Katie and then put like a voting card of +2 onto Katie, and then that put her in the tie, and then they voted her out on the revote. And like it's like stuff like that like makes you like really like appreciate like the twist of voting cards as a whole, because of how like it really impacts the game.
Yeah, like, and it's such a I mean, it's such, as one of the people that I met in season 4, Shelby says, like it's just so cool. Like it's one of my, like, I mean, I'm not gonna go too deep into like my personal experience of the game, but I was the first one out of my season, which is totally fine. Placement does not matter; it's how you use it, and that's big on me. But like I had a rumor card played on me, and I had no idea how fucked I was, because like the rumors both sounded equally bad. And that's also part of the fun of it too, because like there's humor to it, but it's like, oh my god, this person has a tail, and oh my god, this person has become a toxic waste monster with the tail. But it's just that thing of like, you don't know how, like you're like, I might have a vote against me, I'm not sure, but it's so fun trying to game the game while the game is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something else I want to touch upon is that like I love like the rumor aspect of it too, where it's like you don't know like what exactly has been added onto you. Like
Yeah.
that's also like really fun too, because it's like did this person subtract votes from me, add votes to me? How much did they add to me? How much did they subtract? And like it can really determine an outcome, the outcome of the round. Like one person might go home based off of based off of votes cast at the end of the round, but then there's a voting card that could change it all.
And that's how it happens. Like that's the magic of the game. How has that always has the game always been like that? Like how has the game changed from season to season, evolving, stuff like that?
If you want to touch on that, Max.
Yeah, like in the first season, we did do something different with the rumors, where instead of having them played every round, if the people who win competitions, they would win they won the rumor and can choose what round that they wanted to play it in. But then we wound up changing that because in the first season, nobody played their rumors till like the last round, and it was a mess. Like I had to go through so many rumors, like calculate all the votes and everything. And it was messy. And then after that, we switched it to having to play the rumors like the round you get them.
Oh man, that would have been so messed up. Oh my god, I love that.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a nightmare of a round to calculate.
Like basically, your life became the song "Rumors" by Lindsay Lohan, right?
Basically.
What a great song. Yeah, like how else has the game changed? Because you said, I know like it started off as like a rough start, but like it's now become a really well-respected, well-oiled machine in the 5 seasons.
We've also used a mixture of like different twists from season to season, and we also submit our feedback forms like after the season's done, and we get feedback from our castmates like what we could do differently, what twists do they really like, what comps do they really like, and like some of the comps that we reused were the ones that were the most popular, and we scrapped some of the ones that were the least popular.
Mm-hmm. I know that I helped with that in my season, but I want to get to this rumor that I see inside the chat. So rumor has it Shelby loves Santi, or Santi, if you want to be accurate. I don't want to mess up how I pronounce his name, but so if this was a rumor card, how many points would that be worth?
That would be worth -2. So the person who played it on would start the round with 2 less votes going into it.
Yeah. Well, according to Shelby, that rumor is true. Is there a way is there a way that the audience and players can tell if a rumor card is good or bad?
There is a little subtle trick to the rumors. If you pay attention to like what the types of rumors are and like what the kind of like the vibe of them are, you can figure out like if it's worth minus or positive.
That's cool. Yeah, like I said, like when I've watched the game, because I was like half watching on Saturday because I was playing Monarch, but like and I don't know, no, the rumors were still happening then at that point, I believe, but it's that idea of like it's so hard to tell, and it's just fun watching people play. Like it's a fun game to watch. Yeah. What are some of your favorite rumors from the game?
I think for me, one of my favorite rumors was one where I actually made that was a kind of a self-diss at myself, where the rumor has it, Hart thinks my pants make my butt look big. That was one of my favorites.
Like, did it say my butt or like Max's butt?
I phrased it as mine, like when I read the rumor out.
Yeah. Nice. And how many points was that worth or minus?
That was plus 2 votes for the person who's played it on.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the rumors that have like puns in them, because I know like Max is like really good at puns, and like
he's so good at puns.
And like a lot of those like puns like tend to make me laugh. So like I like rumors like that where it's like you can understand the pun, you're like, oh, I get it.
An example of that was like like I can't remember who it was played on, but like using it as an example with Trevor, like the rumor has it that Trevor threw a clock out the window because he wanted to see time fly.
Oh, let me get the triple laugh. That makes me so happy. I'm doubly happy. Oh, that's great. Time does fly, right? No, right? No, it's still. I mean, it's only been a year since this pandemic started.
Like 10.
Yeah, I know. It's like last March was like a year and a half, and the last 11 months of whatever. You know how it is. What are some of your favorite twists that you've had in the game? Because I know it's a twist-heavy game.
For me, my favorite twist actually was last season with where we had the double elimination with the highest and lowest amount of votes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the messiest vote I've ever seen because it was just like oh, there's a tie for the highest votes and there's a tie for the lowest votes. So explaining that twist further and like having to go into detail with that and like just seeing the players navigate that was like super awesome for me.
It's also really fun just to think about the possibility that there could have been 2 wheels in one round.
Yeah, because like it would have been like because if like both highest and lowest tied again, there would have been 2 separate wheels because we had to have 2 people leave.
Oh my god. Well, like yeah, because I had a situation like that sort of like in the adventure game this past season, like yesterday, because we had in Among Us. It was the first half was Among Us, second half was Alien, and the one round, the first there was an imposter in the game that had like answers for the first 5 rounds, and they had gotten idle at like round 6. In round 6, there was a double elimination that happened in the main room. So what happened then was things got messy. There was a 6-way tie for 1 vote apiece. Two people had 2 votes apiece who were in your final 2 on Saturday, and there was a person that got 3 votes that was out. But it was just like, oh, this is fucking messy.
Yeah. Like I think I know this is Max's favorite twist. 7 Deadly Sins.
Yes.
Oh, I love 7 Deadly Sins. How do you guys do it? How do you guys use it? Because I know you guys got to use it in a fun way.
Like this is another element I just really love, just creating like the punishments for it. Like we always, or like as I like to call them, the punishments. So like we always, like I always, there's a couple that I reuse multiple times, like remain muted like for the whole round or not able to leave rooms. But then there's other ones I just have a lot of fun. Like the last couple of seasons, there was 2 seasons where the person who got the punishment had to say all hail and then the name of the players in the room. And if the person enters the room at their end, then they have to say all hail to that person as well.
Didn't Seb get that in my season?
I think so. And Lemon got it on the season before.
I love Lemon so much. I miss Lemon.
Yeah. I think like I will say like that played a big contributing factor into like Lemon coming back last season because that was like really like that was like super for me that was like an iconic moment for me because it was just like Lemon that became like a phrase used by like the season 3 players like after the game and stuff. So it's like I could tell from that moment I was like, okay, Lemon's coming back. It's like the things that players do with certain twists is like that makes me like want to bring them back. Like that example that was Lemon. And like another example was like Hart, where he went out when he in season 1 went out because of being tethered to someone. But he didn't get voted out, but his tether got voted out. So it's like twists like that where it's like you oh yeah, Shelby had it in season 4.
Sorry about that, Shelby. I knew it was a 17er.
But yeah, like it's like I like seeing how the players game the twist too. Like because like there's only like 1 or 2 twists that like stay the same throughout every season, and like for right now, it's like 7 Deadly Sins stays the same. Final 4 Drag is going to be the same because we tried something new in season 3, but it didn't work clearly.
What did you try for season 3?
what we basically tried doing is we tried having this like secret challenge, and then like that player being safe, and then them just voting someone out. But then it screwed over Ben.
Yeah, because the Final Four, what happened was like after one player Migs got safety, there wound up being a tie vote, and then that tie vote was not settled again. So it would have gone to a wheel, but because the two people in the tie were safe and Migs was safe, Ben automatically got taken out because of the tie.
Yeah. So then, like, when I was getting feedback for season 4, everyone was saying that twist from season 3 sucked. So we changed it back to the drag, and it stayed that way. Like Seven Deadly Sins has been in every season. That's going to continue to be in every season. Like we love doing that twist every season. We currently have like a challenge leading into an instant elimination type of thing at Final 9, where the 3 players who do the worst in the challenge go up for an instant elimination, and they have like 30 seconds to pitch their case, 30 seconds to a minute to pitch their case as to why they should stay. And then they do an instant vote. Another one that's become a staple is like the wheel Bliss Fortune, where like Max spins a wheel and like I think it's 4 players become safe.
Yep, 4.
Yeah, 4 players, and like it's like that's like the twist that we kind of have as like a staple right now. But like most other rounds and most of the twists, like they interchange like every season, because we're always like going to try something new and then gauge feedback on it to see if it will stay as a staple.
That's good. I mean, like you're listening to the players, listening to the audience, and letting the show grow like how it should grow. Not just like, hey, I'm going to make this happen, and you're going to enjoy it one way or another. Like, I think it's important for a host and creator to be open to criticism. I mean, like I know I gave you guys a lot of criticism after my game, and you took it very well. And I thank you for that, because I was, you know me. I'm a passionate person. That's the best way to put that.
Yeah.
What are your plans for upcoming seasons? I know you just had your first All-Star game, which went very well.
Yeah. So like next season, we're actually going to release apps here for it. After we get off MarkTalk today. But our next season is actually going to be on March 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be like our 6th season, and it will be like it's currently scheduled to be an all newbie season. So if you're out there and you want to try Word on the Street, and you haven't played yet, be sure to sign up for that March 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern, when the apps come out for that. I'm going to try to close it earlier than usual, because that way we can actually lock players in instead of losing them to other games. That's been a problem for me in the past. I
mean, it happened to me in the most recent season. So
yeah. For those who don't know, Mark was supposed to be on Royal Street Redemption Arcs, but we couldn't cast him because he was in Monarch.
Yeah. But it's all good, because I will be returning your game whether you want me to. Well, no, I mean, I hope you want me to. But I will be in a Zoom call playing. No.
Yeah.
You might not see me, but I'll be right behind you, Trevor. No.
Yeah. And then like after that, we're currently trying to plan out the next few seasons after that. We're definitely gonna do the all by POC game again. We're gonna try it again, because we tried having it in February, but it just didn't work out. So we're gonna try again, whether it's season 7 or season 8. We're gonna try doing that one again, and then we'll have like a few more seasons, and then we'll have like one. We currently gonna have one final All Stars scheduled for like around like season 10 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like it could fluctuate, but after that, like we don't have current plans after that, so we'll see how it goes at that point.
That's good. Yeah. I always like to ask this question: like, what are games out there that you've played or haven't played that excite you?
Max, you want to go first?
I'm just thinking games that I have played, I've really enjoyed. One of my favorite games I've played was Banishment, actually. like I've only played once, but like that was probably one of the most fun I've ever had in a game. Just like because like I had a really good cast, like a really fun cast, and I just had like just a blast just going through it. And then another fun and also tricky game is Middle of the Pack. Like
I don't understand Middle Pack, but I had so much fun playing it.
oh, same here. I had no there's points where I mean, like it's definitely I really like about it is like it's a real strategic and yeah, you really have to think. You really have like to try to figure out the math because like I ended up saving myself by self voting twice, and that was just because that's because I was thinking about like mathematically what would make the most sense. But yeah, those are games I would like, and a game I'm actually interested in trying would be High Rise.
High Rise is great. Like Alana and her team put together an amazing game because it's just so much fun. Like playing like how it's like three different games, like three different like 6-person casts at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that the game is organized, I fucking love it. Also, I really want to compliment you because like I don't think I've ever seen someone have more fun in a first game of Banishment than Jingle Max did. Like, I will never forget how happy you were when the audience saved you in the vote. Because I remember like talking to you, you're like, no, I'm not. I don't want to play. I'm scared of the audience. I'm scared of the audience. And then like you like fucking destroyed that. And I think you got like what? You got like final 3.
I got voted out at 4.
Yeah, because like which is the part that sucks ass. Like that sucks. But like it was just so much fun watching your season. I was just smiling the whole time.
Yeah, I was just proud I made it that far because I went into it expecting to be second or third boot or first.
I mean, that's where I normally go out in Banishment. Up, not a great Banishment player.
So for me, I'm more of like an analytical thinker. I like thinking about like planning out like what's next and like trying to game things so that like I can like advance my position further. And games like that like I really like include Middle of the Pack because like it's about averages, Pyramid Scheme because like it's about like because like the pyramid structure where like you have certain numbers of votes that you have to add on to people. Yeah. And then Monarch, catch them on here on Wednesday. Like that's a really fun game. And that's like the game I've made the furthest in. I like those games a lot. I also really like EQ. Like I want to play EQ again at some point because like I had a lot of fun on that one in the one season I played, which like way back, which is like a while ago now.
We were in the same season.
Season 4.
No, it was the season 3. Never mind.
Yeah. But like that, like EQ was fun and all that. Even though I was having trouble with Skype, but because like I had a different setup at the time, but now I've got a good setup and like I would love to try like EQ and like all the games that I've played like that like I really love like again and like there isn't like a game that I've played that hasn't been fun. Like I'd be willing to play any game again that I've already played. So yeah, there isn't like one game that I can say anything bad about.
Like that's what I love about these games. Like everyone's thinking outside the box or making sure that the box they're in is a fun box to be in. And I think that they also like have been respecting a lot of people's time and like a lot of really fun creativity has been going around in a lot of these games. So, and it's really cool to see like insanely strategic games like Middle of the Pack all the way down to like very just social games like Banishment, which I'm not saying in a bad way, but like I mean I'd say Banishment's the most social game that there is. Like with your game, I'd say it's somewhere probably like in the middle. Like a little more strategic than not, but it's definitely a little bit. It's both.
Yeah, and we didn't really want it to be overly strategic or overly social. We wanted that fun mix where both strategic and social players can really play it and like have a good time. Max, do it.
Yeah, Dark Horse is great. I want to play again. Santu knows that.
Yeah, and like Dark Horse is another game I want to play again as well. Like at some point. But yeah, it's like for our game, like we just wanted like a mixture of both and it's been very well received. So like we're happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. That makes me so happy, like down to like my soul, considering like you guys are two guys that I feel like I've been in the trenches with as friends for for most of this year, and I really value you both a lot. What kind? This is an interesting question. I never asked this to anyone before, but like, who do you want to see fill out applications for Word on the Street?
I've got a few names in mind, Max, if you want to go first.
You want to go first? I have to think.
Oh my god. All right. I'm trying to think. There's this is tough because there's so many people.
Like, who do you want to see like go through the twist? Who do you want to see like, who do you think would be fun to watch deal with the rumor cards? Like stuff like that, like
I have 2 names in mind of people I would like to see play.
Danny Schmidt has been pitched.
Oh yeah, with Danny that'd be 3. So the people I'd like to see and I think would have fun with it would be Danny, Lewis, and Mana. Those are 3 people I'd like to see.
Yeah, play. Those are very attainable, awesome people for y'all.
For me, I would like to see Renzo do it at some point. I'd also like to see Justine. It's like Justine's great.
Justine's amazing. She doesn't play games anymore, so yeah.
I also would like to see. I'd also like to see Cam try it.
She'd be down. Like when I had to replace someone for Adventure Game, I was just like, "Hey Cam," and she's like, "Yeah, Mark." I'm like, "Are you free on Sunday?" She's like, "I'm free for you." I'm like, "Awesome." So, see, the thing is, though, that doesn't work anymore because he has missed seasons of banishment recently. I will not be shocked if I see him play tonight. For those who don't know, I am hosting tonight, and Trevor's moderating, and tomorrow we're flip flopping. That was really fun. I noticed that you were hosting like tomorrow and moderating tonight. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want Danny so badly to play Adventure Game before that game ends. Like, Danny is great. Like, good energy. He's probably banishment. We don't know.
Someone else like I was just thinking of that I would like to see play this game, Pernod.
Yes.
Like I really want Pernod to play because I know that Pernod's one of the sweetest and kindest people I know, and I feel like he would have a lot of fun with the rumors and stuff. So I want to see him play as well.
Yeah, I would also really love to see Pernod play.
I'm kind of shocked he hasn't played your game yet.
I know. It's never really worked out for him.
I think it's kind of like how for me it took 4 seasons for me to play where timing just doesn't work. Like how our seasons were always the same time and same day pretty much. But that's how it is when there's 45 million games and only 30 days a calendar. And
yeah. It's there's so many games, so it's I know it's difficult.
I will, Santi. You know that. I just gotta state that.
Yes. It's we say we have people that we want to play, but that doesn't mean that we don't want other people to play. We want everyone to play that can, because it's we want as many people as possible to play so that they can experience it and tell us how it goes and possibly recommend the game to their friends. We're always looking to add more people on to the word on the street of alumni and players. So it's we're always looking for new faces, and just because we didn't name your name today doesn't mean that we don't want to see you play. We want to see as many people play as possible.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's always good to be open and inclusive and just good people, and which is the easiest way to describe both Trevor and Jingle Max.
Yeah. Something else I want to add on to that is whenever because there's times where we might not have enough applicants, so I would reach out because for Word on the Street I do a lot of the reach out and asking people to play if we have dropouts and stuff. So when I reach out to someone and and I ask them to play, and they don't know what it is, I like explain it to them and all that, and they seem really interested, but more often than not, like it doesn't really work out. But it's like they're always it like adds them to like a group of people that like want to play, and it's like it makes me really happy. So
I do, yeah, I love that. Like, because I don't like to reach out too much, but like also it's important to reach out because not everyone sees every tweet, not everyone's aware of what is happening. What I mean, like for me, for example, like with Esme, they were a very, very last minute addition to my game, 12 hours before my game. But like I've been talking to Esme, trying to get her to apply for at least 2 seasons, and I was happy she got play. Although she had internet issues, but she'll be in the next season for sure. That's my big thing. If you get Tech Evac, you're definitely in the next season. Like I'm big on making sure this is a good, fun experience for everyone, which is what you guys are too. So.
Yeah, like we haven't had any like Tech Evacs yet, although we were close in season 1 to having one. But like, let's hope that we don't have it. Although I might just jinx ourselves.
Yeah. Let's not manifest it.
It's like, and then I just like randomly, it's like, oh no, where did Trevor go? No. Woo! StreamYard jokes. You gotta love them. So for those that don't know this about me and Trevor, my friendship with Trevor is like the funniest thing in the world because I fucking love Trevor with all my heart, but I also love to fuck with Trevor with all my heart. Jingle Max I don't fuck with because Jingle Max will go Canada on my ass. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I mean, I can be a little bit petty on Among Us.
That's fair. Let me think. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we start wrapping things up?
Trying to think. Like there's like honestly, if I go back to the seasons, like there's like quite a few memorable moments. Like for example, like season 3 we had our first ever wheel. But like the coincidental timing of that was when my internet kaputted right then and there. So we had to literally wait 10 minutes for my internet to come back up so that we could finish the game.
Oh no.
And I kind of felt bad for the players because we had to wait. They had to wait 10 minutes before we could spin the wheel.
Like that also happened in my season. Well, not the wheel, but I remember like Trevor. I was talking to Trevor Allison. Next, you're just frozen, and
yeah. And it was just like I just felt so bad, like for like the players sitting there, and I was like so frustrated. I was just like, why does this have to happen to me? Of all the things to happen. But yeah. Something else that like I felt like was a good thing was for season 1 and season 2, we had like in season 3 as well, we had like a private audience where like players would like send us like invite lists. Yeah. And we would like admit people into the audience based off of that. And for both season 1 and season 2, we had players that like couldn't make it last minute. So we had to pluck people. We had to pluck people from the audience to play, and more often than not, those audience plucked players would make it far. Like in season 1, we had to pull in Josh Felix last minute, and he made it to Final Four. Season 2, we had to pull in Jamie and Gabby last minute. Jamie made it to 2. Gabby made it to Final 3. So it's like that's something that like I'm personally proud of because it's like I would feel really bad if I pulled in someone from the audience last minute and they didn't make it far.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'd be horrifying. That's like, yeah, it's so scary. Like with the whole like game, I've been brought last minute for a game once before, and just like, please don't make me go out early because I got in late or whatever. I still want to play hard and play with y'all, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because let's see, and we're all, and like by the way, if anyone wants to be like on production, every game we have like a rotating panel of like moderators and like that type of thing. We never have the same crew because we're not making our production team like mod every game. It's just whenever you can. So if anyone who either like hasn't played it or like has played wants to be on production, you can literally DM me or Max and we'll like get you on there and like have you like mod our game or two, or like maybe like help out with us wherever we need it, whether it's like streaming or vote tallying or anything like that. We're always looking for extra hands so that if some people can't prod, then we would have those people step up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can put up their Twitter information if you want right now, if you want.
Yeah.
Trevor is at Trevor14298. MX is Jingle Max forever. Yeah, I say like that. Or else it's for Eva.
Eva.
We gotta love Eva. You have to love Eva. I'm gonna start wrap up the show though. If that's cool with y'all. Of course, people can follow Word on the Street on Twitter on Word on the Street ST on Twitter. And as you heard, season 6 is going to be on March 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like I feel like Trevor just did something. Yeah, he did in the chat. That's what that is. Of course, Ian Dembling loves you guys, and Ian, if you watch back, you'll hear a nice compliment about Pyramid Scheme, which I agree with. Let me think. Coming up on the show tomorrow, you're going to see the new episode of Mark Meets World with Mary Kwiatkowski, her second episode. Ooh, it's a fun one. We talked about Band on the Run, an episode that gets confused with the episode with Reginald Fairfield on it. This is the other episode with a monkey in it, but not all the monkeys. That's a weird way to say that. But when I say monkey, I mean Monkee, the band, the fake band. You heard Trevor promote this briefly. I was going to reveal it at the end, but we have I'm with God Show on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking to Monarch, one of my favorite games to play, one of the most fun games to play, and one that is run very well by a really cool, good dude. I'm sure you guys know I'm about to ask you, but on Friday we got our Brant Steele Day. Trevor, Max, would you like to be on my Brant Steele today on Friday?
Sure.
Yes.
Awesome. And of course, people can follow me on Twitter at MarkLevy85. Also, letting you all know, on next Monday there will not be an episode. Get my second dose of vaccine at 1 p.m. that day, so I don't want to like hamper myself with weird pressures of putting on a show. So that's just what that is. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. This really meant a lot to me because I really fucking love both y'all so much. So much. And I only have positive feelings from you and only wish you guys the absolute best with everything you ever do.
Thank you so much. And you as well with a venture game and all that stuff. So
yeah.
That's
but
another
also
game I'd like to try one day.
Well, I mean, I announced earlier today there's probably only 2 more seasons left just because of like my schedule. So, but we'll figure that out soon. I don't have a date yet for that because I gotta wait to find out about work stuff. But I will see y'all on Wednesday. Well, I'll see y'all Wednesday, and if you please watch, you're gonna want to watch the Mary Kwiatkowski episode of Mark Meets World tomorrow. I was gonna state that. Bye, guys.
Bye.